Alright, what's up YouTube? So today we're going to be talking about the iPhone SE 2nd generation 2020, and this device that I have currently in my hand is on iOS 14. So, I'm going to make this video short, and you know, I'm surprised that this device is still functioning on iOS 14. I have to download apps, but they say I have to use the older versions that's compatible with this device. So let's look at our software. So we're currently on iOS 14. We can upgrade to iOS 17, and we also can upgrade to iOS 18, which is really good. This device will be getting support for quite a little bit of time. Not sure exactly how long, but I would assume for the next 3 years or so. So yeah, I bought this device for about $70, and the device was brand new when I got it, but after like a week of using this on iOS 14, the battery went down from 100% maximum capacity to 98. So that is a little concerning. I'm thinking maybe, this phone can't handle iOS 14 that well. All the apps might be draining the battery a little too much. The software might be a little too outdated, and using, iOS 18 might solve that problem. So we will be upgrading to iOS 18 soon, but for the most part, I've been using this device as a backup device, for light social media use, airdropping, checking emails, video, video streaming consumption.
How long you've ridden for?
YouTube works great on it. Like, look at that.
Imagine instead of
Yeah, this device is great. It can pretty much handle everything. When we go to the specifications of this device, we can see that we have a 4.7-inch display, a 12 megapixel camera, and that 12 megapixel camera can capture 4K at 60 FPS, which is excellent. We have 3 gigabytes of RAM in this small device, and we have the Apple A13 Bionic chip, which is present in the iPhone 11 series, I'm pretty sure. So, this battery in this phone is very small, 1821. You're gonna have to frequently charge this. Even with the brand new battery, I had to charge this like multiple times a day. And this phone came out in 2020. It says it came with iOS 13, and we can get the current software with it today. And yeah, it's not really much else to speak about this phone. It's very usable in 2024. As a backup device, I love using this. I can, take this with me and, get everything done that I need to with this device. Has a good display, a nice chipset. The camera works great. The performance is excellent. You know, these phones, you could probably find it for like 150 bucks, maybe 100. I bought this locally for cheap from someone I know, so that's why I got like a good price. But, for the most part, you can do pretty much everything with this device, and you just will have to charge it quite frequently. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. This phone on iOS 14 is pretty interesting. Yeah, I'll update it to iOS 18 sometime soon, and probably make another video on that. But for the most part, this is the iPhone SE 2020, and it's still going strong in 2024, and it will probably be usable for the next, 3 years with software support, I would assume. I would say it probably would get iOS 19, maybe 20, but for the most part, this thing is still supported, and it still has great performance. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.